Hello, ladies. I hope you're doing good. Um, I'm sorry that you still cannot see me. The technician fixed my veneer, but he fixed it wrong, and the moment they tried to put it in my mouth, it fell again, so it's still at the technician. So, as I said, I'm not very happy to show myself like this. But anyway, what I wanted to show you is how you can make a very nice type of autumn leaf using your extruder. And I showed you this type of stuff before, and if you give me just a second to get the Okay, I showed you the extruder canes. Let me. This is the link. Hi, Ilyanka. This is the link to it. And just to go a little bit on. It is pretty much this effect, and it can be obtained in various ways, but to get back to our own thing, if you give me just a little. I'm trying to see if I have any other. Alrighty. So, to get back to it, I discovered when I was preparing my clay for it that I am completely out of cadmium yellow. I thought I still had a 1 pound brick. Hi, Beth. But it wasn't cadmium yellow, it was translucent, so I still have like 6 or 7 bricks of translucent, but no cadmium yellow, so I do need to order the red. And okay, so what we are going to do now is we will have a an inside tube wrapped in an outside covering. Okay, hi Elaine, glad you made it. So for the outside covering, I am going to use the jungle green, this should be enough, and the wasabi. And let me put it here to make sure that it is the same quantity. And this specific Skinner blend does not need to be I don't know how to call you because I don't know your name. So this one doesn't need to have, the gradient doesn't have to be very extended, so it's going to be a very fast one to make. So for everybody who is new to my channel and to my lives, if you have any questions, you can put them in chat. And you see Elaine Sutherland is the lady who is moderating my channel. She's a wonderful lady, and if I am too busy because I cannot always watch my chat, If I am too busy, she will probably be the one to answer your question, and only if there's anything else I will have to expand on that. Hi, Carlene. And if you have anything to ask that is outside of the subject of this present live, then please contact me on Facebook. You can even send me a message on YouTube. But there is, if you look at my channel, in the About section, you can find everything where you can contact me. So, if you're unfamiliar with my kind of, I make Skinner blends in several ways, whichever is the fastest. So, whenever you have a Skinner blend like this that doesn't involve a lot of white gradient, then what you do, you get it on, after you put it together and made a little fan, you put it through the machine on a very thin setting. And then you start rolling it. And why is that? You can always, and try to keep the line as much as you can. Why is that? Because normally you would be folding and going through the machine with the two colors, but this is like an extended folding, because if you look on the if you'd be able to look in the very middle of it, it would be like folding over folding over folding over folding. So it creates the gradient of the Skinner blend much faster. Alright, so now we are going to flatten it a bit. I usually use one of my small acrylic, and then use the roller and do that like 3 or 4 times, because I don't know if you watched it's an older video, my Skinner blend tutorial. You can excuse me, you can find it in the, if you look on my channel in the playlists on basic techniques. Whenever the intensity of the color, as in light and dark, is greater, the higher the difference, the more times you'll have to go around. Like black and white would be the one that needs the longest folding and flattening and folding and flattening and so on. So this being a very dark red and the light green, sorry, not red, and the light green, there will be a little bit of alright, so of course this is not a realistic cane, but it's a very striking cane. I think this will be my last one, and I know I do have a little bit of, I don't know where that came from, because I cleaned the machine. Must have been hidden, so I couldn't see it. But it's just fine, you won't be able to notice it at all. Okay, so one more, and then the next one, it won't be rolling. I'll just I'm just keeping it narrow now. And just folding. And I think we are good. So let me fold it a few more times. And what we need to do now is actually create a log that is like this in length. But I'm going to leave it to the side just so I can see how fat my inside log is, to know if I need to get it thinner or not. Alright, now for the second one, I am going to make a little log here using and again, it's not a super extended kind of thing, but I'm going to put just a little bit. I mean, like half the size of the other ones. One at this end and one at this end. So, and if you have, this is sunshine yellow, it's the very last piece of yellow that I have. If you have cadmium yellow, use that. It's a little bit more, and you can even use an orange mandarin instead of the cadmium red. So I am going to do a fan. I know they are not super conditioned, and that's for a reason, because I didn't want them to get too soft by the time I would be done with the Skinner blend. One important thing though is, see how I have a little bit too much on this side? I'm going to take that out. And here we are going to do again some rolling. And once again, this is too much. And going on a thin setting. Of course, this is much longer because it's the inside tube. And I made a little bit more because I want to make sure that I have enough coming from the extruder so I can do my cane. How is everybody doing? How's the weather where you are? Here, that summer is almost back. We had freezing, almost freezing temperatures 3 days ago. I even had to turn on the heat. And now it's gonna be 85 again. So once again, you don't need this to be absolutely perfect. You don't even need it to be widening gradient much. You do need some gradient. And again, flatten it. By the way, for the members, it's gonna take a little bit longer to post what we did last evening. I still have 2 videos I'm working on to upload them. I had such a bad time yesterday, and it happened like a month and a half ago. Like everything that I would upload would come out on like a fisheye lens. So finally last evening I just gave up because I was too frustrated, and it was 9 o'clock in the evening, and I started it again. I didn't start it too early because I had a bad idea. I posted on Facebook. I had my grocery delivery yesterday, and I was so upset with my failures that I said I'm going to get something that I like, some comfort stuff. So I ate prosciutto before going to bed. And I woke up 3 times during the night because I was so thirsty. And then 4 times to go to the bathroom. I don't know why 3 and 4. But anyway, so I didn't get a lot of sleep. It was very interrupted. But it was okay. I was finally able to sleep uninterrupted from like 5:30 to 8. So that was better. But yeah, it's so much nicer than being super hot. The only problem I have here, I don't know how it is where you are, but we didn't have any rain. It's horrible. Okay, so at this point I want to leave it like this. You see, I still have some lines, I still have some things. So what I'm going to do is get it all rolled up nicely, because I do want some effects to come through. Okay, so I'm going to make sure it's nice and well and together, and then start from the middle outwards to reduce it, because all of this has to fit in my extruder, even if I have to fill it twice. But see why I put this aside, because I want to see how. Thank you. I always love the blends with alizarin crimson and yellows. They just give such a beautiful effect. And it's not just autumn effect. I think that this should be good. Let me see. I forgot to, got to get it back. And I am so thankful to the lady who sent me this, because I had the other kind before, and it was such a pain on my hands. I think I even took it out of my Amazon influencer store, because it's horrible. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, it's good. Now I'm going to start lengthening this, and I want to make sure that it is good to wide enough to wrap it around, but it needs to be wrapped around like this. This is why I said don't go. Let me get to it. The thickest setting. Let's see if it is wide enough or it is too wide. It is just a tad too wide. Now I'm going to get it through the machine until in thinner and thinner settings until I get to this length. Okay? So one more. Let me just go like this in length because it tends to go wider every time you go through the machine. Okay, now it is a little bit too long, but that's fine. And we'll do something with those. I always make beads with whatever leftovers I have, and they're always, and here make sure that you don't leave too much. Oh, it is okay. Hold on a second, it is too wide, so let's go back to a thicker setting. And I am going to get it thinner, much thinner. Yes, I didn't thin it out enough. It is easy to fix, so no problem. Okay, so now it is a little too thin, so I go on the next setting. Now this. Like, what am I doing with that cylinder? Alrighty. No, it should be good. And obviously it is longer than the, let me try and get it a little bit more stout. Now it should be pretty much a little stouter. Yeah, that's pretty much how much it is. One thing though that I need to do is I am going to give it a I'm going to give it a little cap. This has to be right And it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned with this. It's just okay. Now you will need a fairly wide square, and if you're wondering what this is, the best thing here, I had some polymer clay on it, and obviously it attacked the plastic. This is coin collector's little album, and it is absolutely perfect for holding extruded dies. And as you can see, my OCD-ness got them all nicely arranged. Are multiple holes, one round holes, various shapes, one holes, again square shape, one hole. So I'm going to grab a wide square. So it is a little wide. It's going to be too long now. I feel it in my bones. Okay, so this much. This much. I'm going to take it out. Put it back in a second. After I'm done with this, then we put the square thing here, and we screw that back in. And now the prettiness start. You won't be able to see how pretty they are until we start cutting in them. But and to show you how easy it is to work this, I pretty much do it with one finger. It will be something kind of like a Coleus colors, a little bit modern art style, but trust me, it's going to be very pretty. You will love it. And the nice part about it is that it's going to change with each slice. So okay, I'm done with this, and I'll show you in a second. Let me get it back so I can put the other one in. Seamus! Seamus is trying to raise. Come here, Connor. He's trying to bait Connor into messing up with him. Okay, and I'm going to put the same thing on top of this one. Hi Sharon, it's okay. I guess it takes a while for you to get used to the new times, huh? And I am sorry if my sleep disorder ever gets back to at least the way it used to be. We'll get back to 12:30, but right now apparently 12 o'clock is the time when I am ready to go back to sleep. So I would be of no use. Okay, so for now I'm going to take these out so I can clean them. Alrighty, so let me put this back because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. Come on. I'm advancing with getting ready for the distache. What, as I said, I think it's going to be like at least 50 pairs of earrings and at least 30 pendants, so look forward to it. Okay, let me put it back. I'm really bad when it comes to misplacing things, so I always make sure that as soon as I'm done with something, I put it back where it belongs. Okay. Okay, so I do have a... Don't let me get my eyeglasses because I can't figure out if that's color or if that's air. That is air. There we go. So we get something like this. Okay, so let me cut this one too. That is fine. Let's make this one flat as well. Let's see if I have one, two, three, four, five, almost six. See? Different things. This is one of the extruder techniques that I like the most because you never know what's going to come out. And it's better than the retro. Yeah, it's like otherwise it's too early in the morning for you in California, isn't it? Yeah, good. Okay, and I have 7. Now comes the fun part. See how they are different. And as I said, it looks a little bit like a coleus, but we need to pretty much turn them around so that we don't have reds one near the other. So this would be it. Red, orange, orange. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it like this. Okay, and I'm going to do that with all of them. It doesn't matter if it is flattened on the line of the Skinner blend or not. That is absolutely whatever your whim tells you. We kind of do want to keep them the same length. As you can see, I flattened them in different ways all around. Okie dokie. Now, what I need to do is first of all make sure that they are all the same size. Or as much as possible the same size. Just slightly pull on them if they are not long enough, and if they are too long, just push them back together. Alrighty, so it doesn't matter if you have an even or uneven. Here I have an uneven, but if you have an even, you just put two together. But I'm going to use this uneven for the middle, and then I'm going to start. This one is still not long enough to start adding. And make sure I don't have two color things the same one near the other. So I have a red here, so I'm going to put it like this. It almost looks like a watermelon, doesn't it? But you want to make sure that you go up. So like this, so they'd be stuck together in the middle here. And the last one, this is a and then let me put it like this. So pretty much like this. And then all you have to do I'm going to take all these remnants here, and you know my thing, chop chop chop. And then get it consolidated. Then I'm going to get it through the machine a few times. And yes, I am flattening it. And get it through the machine until it becomes as wide as needed. Now obviously it is not, or maybe it is long enough, let's see. No, it is not. I'm gonna go one setting lower. Let's see if now it is long enough. Now it is long enough. Alrighty, and all I need to do now is to consolidate. And you will absolutely love when it starts coming out. As I said, it's not a realistic leaf, but it's a very nice decorative cane. And I'm not going to make it too small, just enough to be able to show you the result. And I'm telling you, you will be loving it. Okay. And there we go. And there we go. It is kind of sort of like a retro cane, but not entirely. And the more you'll make the Skinner blend in the up and down thing, the more these will be more effaced. I mean, they will have some Skinner blendish inside. You don't have to put, I thought of putting the wrapping, because see how I'm getting the segments are separated. Otherwise they wouldn't be separated. You can do another thing that you can do. You can like cut each of these before you start squeezing them, after you separate your length of whatever comes from, how you call that, comes from the extruder. You can cut them on a diagonal and put super thin clay. Let me show you. So put some super thin clay in between the two halves. And then squish them, and that way you'll have more veining here. But that is entirely up to you. Yeah, veins in the extruded cane, see? How it would be here, it would be hold on. It would be like this. So before you start squishing them, cut each of those segments so you can make veins inside. So that's entirely up to you what you want to do. And you don't even have to make a leaf. You saw how that comes up. You can make a bracelet, but these are colors of fall. That's why I thought that it's really nice to try it. And each slice will be kind of alike, but not entirely. See, they are all not exactly the same. So it's entirely up to you what you want to use it for, obviously. And and of course, with what's left over, I'm going to actually, because these were all ends, I'm going to actually make you can make Natasha beads also for fall, and you can make another pair of earrings. So, or a pendant if you so want, but I'm going to make earrings. And I want to make these a little more elongated because I want the two earrings to be the same. So this should be good. So two of them. And I want this to be nice and even, the edges. So, quadruple Natasha, yeah? Yes, absolutely. Especially if you go with grays and light blues, it's going to look fabulous. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1. I do have Natasha beads. Let me find it. 2. And there we go. We have 4-sided Natasha beads. And as I said, remember that when you go on my channel, you can search. So just put Natasha in the search. Let's verify that, okay? So I'm going to go back on my channel and see what we have here. I hope I did do, yeah, I did. Okay, so we are going to look for Natasha. No, not Narasha, Natasha. I have the keyboard. Okay. There you go, 4-sided Natasha beads. And then I have 7 ways of making Natasha pendants also. So you can take a look at those, and it's very easy to find. So let's get back on making the second one. Again, 1, you cut in the middle, you do this, then each of these you cut in the middle, then you grab the middle 2 and you put them together, making sure that they are well aligned. Your best bet is to align them first in the very middle. Now we need to find out, there we go, which of the sides of this matches. The same on this side. There we go. And once you do this, the back will absolutely match directly. See, once you do this, they weren't very even, but what you want is you want to get them matched. I lost my camera. There we go. And then all you have to do is to flatten them properly. You will have to do a little bit of sanding because you'll have this joining no matter how much you try, and if you try too much you're going to make them long. So you'll have to sand a little bit until you get off the very, very top, but try and get them as even as possible. And then all we have to do is to cut them at the same length. And then we have a pair of 4-sided Natasha earrings. So there it is. I hope you enjoyed it and you will try it. And you will have fun and try various things. But as I said, if you want to make it look even more like a feather, put a vein in there. And you can even make another Skinner blend for the vein if you so desire. But I hope you liked it. As you could see, there's something that's going to be available to you for public in a little bit, and I'm working on uploading 2 more, hopefully maybe more than that, but I keep working on things. Trust me, I am trying. I have a lot of other stuff to do, and I'm trying to keep up with everything, and I have hypersomnia because of my thyroid apparently, and there's nothing they can do about it. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to use my Polyclay Play affiliate link so I can get me some yellow. And please don't forget to use my Amazon link. And don't forget to like, and if you're new, subscribe. And also do not forget to comment after this comes up. You know, after I close, it takes a few minutes before it becomes available. And do me a favor and comment then, because that's when the algorithm, when there are more comments, it will bring it on the recommended. Okay? Thank you so much and see you next Sunday. Bye.